I'm back.
Hello friends, today I'm installing the ESC and motor on the Omni Terminator, alright? I'm walking you through the process. Alright, let's get into the video. I'm gonna use this Hobbywing 60 amp ESC, so that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna install this on the car and show you. You'll have to remove the ESC mount, which are 4 screws, alright? So I'm gonna remove those. Rubbing alcohol. I'm gonna use this clear double-side tape because I know it's very strong. I'm gonna heat it with an air dryer and glue this. To install the motor, I have to remove this spur cover like this so we can see the mesh and mesh it the proper way. I'm gonna start with a 24 tooth pinion, as this is a 3500 kV motor. This has 8 and 12 millimeter screws. You use the 8 millimeter for the motor and the longer ones for the motor mount. Mine is gonna be mounted like so. Alright, it's good. Always be careful not to over tighten. To put the motor, I'll have to remove this side cover on the chassis. For that, there are 4 screws here for the side cover. They are 1.5 millimeter. I'm gonna remove those. I'm just gonna test fit it. Alright, I'll have to put the pinion on the motor, the provided pinions. I'll use the 24 pinion. Now we have a slot here on the motor mount, so you can tighten the grub screw. I'm gonna use thread lock on this. I'm gonna use blue. Some people use red, I also have red, but I'm gonna use blue. Because if I want to remove the pinion, I won't be having that big of a trouble. That's the idea. I think it's good enough. Yeah, it's good with blue thread lock. To make the mesh, I'm gonna use a sheet of paper. Now we're gonna use the 12 millimeter screws, longer ones, and the washers. Let's put the screws not all the way. I'll immediately put the thread lock. You know how I am. I like to do detailed videos, so beginners and new people entering the hobby can do these jobs. Alright? You push it like so, you put the paper in, and then you push it against the spur. You move it a little bit like so, and you tighten the screws. And you have to keep the motor pressure to keep it in place. I think the mesh is good. Now let's connect this motor. So the motor is installed. I installed these double fans with a temperature sensor, but my GoPro decided to freeze, so it didn't record it. But yeah, it's these fans here, alright? And with that mount, alright? You connect the center wire from the motor to the center wire of the ESC, and then you connect the other two if the throttle is reversed. If you don't want to use the transmitter, you come here and you change the external wires, alright? That inverts the direction of the motor. Now I'm gonna show you how to bind this and how to set the ESC throttle endpoints. Alright, that's very important when installing a new ESC. Alright, so to bind this, you need a battery. I'm gonna use this CNH Gel 3200 mAh battery. You connect the servo to the first channel, alright, the motor to the second channel. I have the third channel, I have the lights. I will use a third light controller so I can turn on the lights and on the remote, but that third channel controller hasn't arrived yet. So yeah, I'll add that later. So now lights are always on. And on the fourth channel, I have the fans connected. Alright? So to bind the transmitter with the car, you connect the bind plug to its place. It says there on my receiver, bind. It's the first port on the other side. And now you turn on the car. And while you keep the bind button on the FS GT5 pressed, you turn on the transmitter. It's bound. After that, you remove the bind plug, don't forget it. Now we just need to set the endpoint adjustment on the ESC. And this is the same process on all Hobbywing ESCs. Alright, so transmitter on, press the set button, turn on the car, immediately release it. First set neutral, then second full forward, then next full backwards. Done. It does these 3 beeps saying it's calibrated. Alright, turn it off, turn off the transmitter. Yeah, almost flew off the table. So now it's calibrated, the ESC, and it's bind with the transmitter. Alright, so now it's just take it outside and go for the first bashing session. I'm gonna do a light bashing session just to test everything and make sure I have my mesh properly made, alright? And on the next video, I'll do a harder bashing session and I'll show you another 1 or 2 mods I'm thinking to do to this. Alright, so see you at the track. So I'm out here for the first run of my Omni Terminator build. Just to check if the pinion keeps in place and just to be sure when I'll be doing jumps I won't be hurting the gears. I think the mesh was good, and the pinion is tight enough with the blue thread lock, but just testing I can be sure. Yeah, at full throttle this is crazy. I bring my GPS, so let's do just a speed run. I hope the road is long enough. That screaming noise, I believe, is the differentials may need more grease or thicker. Or it may be the sound of it. I don't know. Never had one. But yeah, normally when the diffs are a little bit too loose, it makes that type of noise. So it might be that. Oh yeah, man. I don't know if this road is gonna be long enough for the speed run. We'll see. I'm gonna put the GPS. Just waiting on the GPS to catch satellites, and then I'll speed run this with the CNA gel 3200 milliamp power, 35C I believe, 3S battery. Alright, I'll put the image of the battery on the screen for easy understanding. Alright, GPS is working. Yeah. Alright, let's put this at max speed. It's now 7 kilometers an hour, so I'm not gonna reset it, no need to. Alright. Yeah, maybe I need to put 50% brakes on this speed run. Yeah, and this road is too small for this. This motor is very fast, man. I went full throttle, but of course it was not top speed. Alright, this road is too small for this. This is just the first run, so let's not gonna ruin it. But 58. Alright? And remember, this road is too small. And I can see that it has much more in it. Yeah, but I think the mesh seems good. We'll see when I get back home if my pinion are still alive. It's still in good shape. Yeah, and the brakes are too strong. Oh man, I don't want to scratch my new body. Yeah, not road for this. I will get a bigger road in the next video, and we'll proper speed run this, and I also will have another battery to test. So let's not break it, because if I hit a curb like this, yeah, it won't be fun. Ooh man, not even making an effort. 66.2. I don't know how much this can get, but tell me. Oh, do you hear? The motor fan just started. So they are working fine with the sensor. Alright. Very nice. And the motor only got to 40 degrees after some time. Very nice. Alright, so let's just gonna bash this a little bit more. Alright, let's get it a little bit dirty. Yeah, it has enough torque in the motor, even with 3600 kV, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, this car drives very well. Very, very well. Oops. Yeah, this terrain is a little bit too rough. So yeah, first run. I'm trying to be a little bit careful. Ooh. Yeah, too much rock. Can you see how does it slide? Yeah, the sun has set. So I think I'm gonna wrap this up while I'm winning. For first run, I'm very happy with it. I already see that this for sure is a speedrunner and a basher. For sure. This motor can do both. Let's try the soccer field. I've made a small jump in the middle of the field. So yeah, this has tall grass now. Yeah, it's a little bit overgrown. But the jump is still good. I'll have to take a tool to clean this a little bit. Let's see if I can get the line to make a jump here. Oh, yeah, it doesn't cog. I stop it. It doesn't cog. It went beautiful. These shocks are awesome, man. You see how smooth it is when it lands? It's getting late. I know the GoPro is not good on this low light condition, but the fun factor is what matters. Yeah, I let off the throttle before I landed, so we're good. I'm giving it too much throttle because I don't have road to get speed, and I have to give some throttle right at the end. But these shocks, yeah, are just perfect. That's all I can say. Yeah, it absorbs impact like it was nothing. This is a small, yeah, low cut. Now we have low cut. Alright. Please, if you want to support my channel, consider to give me a super thanks, alright? They are right beside the like. Thanks very much for the support. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.